Whenever Brendan Schaub is in the room, especially on a podcast, he's the guy. He's the man that everybody has to pay attention to. He's the dude that goes viral all the time, and he's a funny one too. Also, he works hard. Plus, he's a guy that kicks ass. Bapa and Bryan Callen have a discussion on the latest episode of the Fighter and the Kid podcast. And of course, Brendan brings up his viral moments, and he says he has many, but he brags about the fact that he's on front of a magazine, and it's a pretty big deal. Let's go ahead and take a look at this exchange. Here it is.
But dude, I know we had Tulsi here, but don't treat me different, dude. Don't treat me any different.
Well, what do you mean?
Dude, I'm just
Whatever.
a normal guy.
Whatever do you
I'm
mean?
a normal guy, dude.
Did you go viral again?
No, well, typically week to week I do. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
But I'm on a magazine cover. Dude.
You're on a magazine cover?
Yeah, bro.
Bring this
Don't
up.
treat
Why don't
me
I know
any
about
different.
this? Let me see this. I'm going to get...
Magazine subscriptions are still very big. I read magazines.
Is it man? What is it? Oh!
I'm a plus size
Street
model.
trucks.
I'm a plus size model now.
Dude, I wish your shirt was off. Can I ask you a question?
I wish your
Could they
shirt
have
was
done a
off.
better job with their Photoshop of having you in the truck? It looks like you've been
do you mean?
Photoshopped against that.
No,
Go
it's a
back
whole
to that
photo
for-
shoot.
Go back to
That's
that.
me leaning on my truck.
It's a reel, so I can't
That's in
really
Malibu.
rewind it.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's great, dude. That's the Lightning with the new paint job.
That's the Lightning.
Well, now, what would they
Still
call
in the
that?
shop. Not gonna lie to you guys. Back in the shop.
Oh, it is?
Well, too much power on that thing
Oh, too
causing
much
some
power.
issues. So we're figuring it out.
Okay.
Full Throttle Customs is gonna do their
Boosted
thing.
blue oval. That's pretty cool.
Street Fighter.
And there you are. Why didn't you get yourself into a pair of hot shorts and drape over the fucking hood?
No, I should have dressed like I do when I was in high school.
I would have had you eat a banana slowly.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's racist.
Draped over the no, it's homosexual.
Kind of, right?
Eat a
Love me with a
banana.
barrel of bananas.
No,
Oh, we'd like to see you sprint around
that's
the
the
car.
last thing I was thinking of.
Well, we want to see you explode. You're so athletic.
No, that's the last
Bananas,
thing. I was
athletic.
saying you'd lie on the thing in hot shorts eating a banana. That's suggestive.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
I don't know these days. But don't treat me any different, dude. Being on front of a magazine's a pretty big deal, man. I've been sitting
truck.
on this for a while, dude.
Street truck. It's different now.
Things are
you the guy
different.
on the cover of Street Truck?
Oh my God, yes, I am.
Bro.
Yeah, dude.
You're leaning against the Lightning that's in the shop.
me. That's me.
Dude, and you're the other guy with your 1 foot out of the
Yeah.
passenger door.
That's me.
Dude.
I know, dude. Don't.
Street Truck.
I know, dude. Things are
There,
different
oh
now.
man. It almost looks like you're on 2 wheels, but you're actually on 4 wheels there.
I know. Things are different now, dude.
I know. And I love that shot of just the car on a cliff.
Well, yeah, we were in like off Mulholland,
Sure.
and it was rainy as hell.
I can see that.
It was not
The
easy.
ground's wet.
It was not, and that car is on slicks. Does
Dude.
not do well in the rain.
The shoes match the truck. The
You know
golden
what?
goose.
Like I wish I said that was intentional, but just
It just happened.
it just things
Now,
aligned, dude.
Is there a name for that orange? Is it
This is truly what the entire podcast is now. Wow, look at how cool Brendan Schaub is, and tell him these guys are completely empty inside. I swear this perfectly sums up the entire history of the podcast. I've never heard it explained so succinctly. I mean, wasn't it somewhat normal back in the Fox days, like maybe 10 years ago or so? Brendan and Bryan Callen both devolved quite a bit. Callen got outed as a sex pest. He, of course, abandoned his family, started a new one. Brendan has completely destroyed his career, burned pretty much every bridge, and managed to make an utter fool out of himself countless times now. Come to think of it, they used to have pretty good or okay guests way back in the day, but not so much now. Because seriously, the show was definitely funnier when people who are funny were on it back in the day. I think one of my biggest laughs from any podcast ever was Will Sasso teasing Bryan Callen about the boxing. Even Michael Rappaport was funny making fun of Brendan Schaub. So it's kind of weird that the funniest moments of the Fighter and the Kid podcast are when one or both of the hosts are silently being made fun of to their face. Right now, it almost seems like the Fighter and the Kid podcast exists to stroke their fragile egos, specifically Schaub's, because they're full of shit inside. But what does it say for the actual fans that watch this shit. What we just saw right now in this video clip is some Ricky Gervais The Office level stuff. Brendan Schaub really might be the Michael Scott of podcasting, but 100 times less likable. And that's the funniest thing I've ever heard, B. And did you see Bapa get this happy when he had his most recent kid? I don't think I've ever seen him this proud of himself. What a fucking dildo. Brandon, literally no one cares about this. Even the new intern, that girl, is the only one left still naive and ignorant enough to believe his bullshit and think Brendan's a big deal. By the way, her name is Sanaz, and she's got a schnoz. Sanaz is in love with Mongo. But what are we all talking about? This newfangled invention of magazines is going to take everything by storm. It's the future, I tell ya. I've always been a big magazine guy, B. Still read them to this day. And trust me, this is the first time Brendan Schaub has ever used a magazine for anything other than destroying it to frame a Down syndrome kid and get him fired or swat a fly in the room. And Chin saying, "It's a reel, so I can't really rewind it." Oh, the part-time cry singer Clint, full-time producer of a podcast for 8+ years now, can't even figure it out. What are we doing here? Yes, you can, Mr. Clint. You literally just hold the bar at the bottom and slide it to wherever you want it. In this case, it'd be back to the beginning and then pause it so your co-host could finish his thought. However unfunny it may have been, and trust me, Bapa is unfunny. It's seriously unbelievable how collectively stupid everyone involved in this shit show is, and we're all here for it. Oh, and Bryan Callen couldn't be any less impressed, and it is interesting to see his racial instinct kicked in over his digs instinct with the mere mention of a banana. Callen's just upset he's never made the cover of Rape Aficionado, but there's still time, Rinks. I'd have to say that Brendan is the only content creator I know who goes out of his way to show people things on his own social media feed, especially when it features him. It's kind of hilarious. Most of us would be embarrassed to bring it up, and if we did, we would hurriedly take it off the screen in an attempt to appear somewhat humble, but Bapa is sat there smiling and giggling at himself. What a effing redact freak. Schaub's doing the whole "I'm a pretty big deal to see," like he's just kidding around, but he's definitely trying to flaunt his fame, quote unquote. "Hey, look guys, I'm on the cover of this magazine that I paid for." 100% Schaub fought tooth and nail to make that happen. And just a side note, guys, whenever Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen do a pre-written bit, it's always terrible. Yeah, it's a problem. I mean, hell, I'm not even sure if they do that moronic tone on purpose at this point. And if they do, I guess it's even worse. It's super humble, Bubba. And what an absolute tool Brendan is. Schaub's gonna get caught by more than us, faking some other stunt in quotes, when this one's attention where he flips his truck wears off. And of course, we'll be here to serve it up. There's truly and genuinely not a funny bone in Brendan Schaub's entire body. Yet it's hilarious that he did stand up, of course terribly. So I don't know what to think. So I guess Brendan Schaub being on a cover of a magazine that he paid for to be on, of course, because he's a marketing genius. Well, I guess we can say safely that all 7 of the magazine readers think Brendan Schaub's the coolest kid on the playground. What are you, 12, B? I didn't even know magazines are still being printed. Anyhow, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, because that's really what really matters, even though we don't matter. But hey guys, do me a huge favor, hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Man, I truly appreciate that, and thank you for watching. Also, push the notification bell so you know whenever I make new videos. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.